Alright, I hope you're ready for the most depressing rooster tier replay commentary. Because, holy crap, we've got some exciting matches for you, bro. Let's check this out. So, let's see, this is me over here, starting with the sledgehammers and the arc lights. And just immediately go into Void Eyes. I guess because I just want more DPS and something that's gonna, contend with the marksman. I think that's what my thinking was here. And they didn't have any chaff packs to start, as it turns out. I guess they didn't. Wait, did they start with the Void Eyes, or I guess I don't remember. Doesn't matter. But yeah, remember I lose this first round here, and ultimately comes down to the bad choices that I made. So, but here we go. This is me, Magnanimity, and I'm like, oh cool. I have the opportunity to pick up crawlers, and as usual I just sort of neglect the fact that they can pick something in the air, and then I don't have anything that responds in the air, and I take this as an opportunity to cost control. So with that 100 extra I pick up range on the Void Eyes, and now I'm like, I'm ready to rock and roll. Just give me, look at this, round 2, look at all. But they go with the missile, which was a very economic way to get an advantage here on this round. So gotta tip my hat to the opponent, because that was a pretty smooth play. And I believe I lose this round too. So, yeah, at this point, what I'm thinking is, dude, I've gotta pick something that's gonna win me this next round. I've gotta counter their board with my own unit choices. So I pick up the missile, and this was a dumb strike because I could have easily seen that this marksman was gonna level up. Obviously it would have been better to strike over here, but that's not what I did, and I decided, you know what, enough's enough. It's time to pick up marksman. I got the Void Eyes, now I need some marksman. It's just some more ranged focused DPS to deal with their tarantulas and their saber-tooths, and also to finally deal with the phoenixes. And I figured they might pick up the strike themselves, so you can see I put down a shield, which wasn't the worst idea. But yeah, as it turns out, they, what did they pick? They picked heavy armor, right? So yeah, they didn't strike that round, they didn't missile, so I won. And what do I do here? Oh, I actually go with quick teleport because I noticed their flanks are real vulnerable, and you have to realize this is, I think my opponent here is like over 1,000 rating, but I'm under. So I go with the level 2 crawlers immediately. What was my thinking there? I think I was looking at the damage tarantulas do, so I got the level 2 crawlers, and I went ahead and got the defense enhancement. And yeah, you can see they actually go into scorpions. I think my sledgehammer and my Void Eyes, which, I'm not gonna fault them for thinking that. Some people just play this game to have fun. But yeah, I win, crushing their 2 towers with a ton of units left, and then I'm going into round 5 here, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get the orbital. It seems fine. Don't think it really gets in the way of my plans or anything. So And yeah, maybe it'll take out those phoenixes, even if they shield, which they do. You can see they shield. And let's see. I'm definitely, yeah, I think, okay, so here I'm considering, do I pick up 3 things of crawlers? Do I pick up 3 things of crawlers? And I start just playing a little bit of Tetris with my crawlers, and I go ahead and get Subterranean Blitz. I guess it wasn't really a question for me. I guess I was pretty confident that I was going to pick up some crawlers here. And even though they're level 1 with the Subterranean Blitz, I believe they can, yeah, they take multiple shots from to range blitz. So, yeah, they're running in here. Finally, the scorpions can start targeting my dudes. Yeah, better range on them. Let's see here. I think at some point I figure I just pick up what do they call it? EMP armor, electromagnetic armor. So round 6, not going with the super supply, of course. We're going with one of the best spells in the game. I don't know if you knew this. It's the EMP blast, the big one, electromagnetic blast. And I'm gonna go ahead and disable their tech, which is gonna be really, I think it's gonna be really good for me. Oh, I actually go with charge shot here. Okay, I pick up charge shot. Probably not the best time to pick up charge shot, just because I know EMP is coming down. So if I were to redo this round, I guess I could, I don't know, maybe go into forts and put them on the flanks, or not on the flanks, but like on the sides over here. Wouldn't be a bad idea, I don't think. But yeah, gonna definitely win this round. Looks like they picked up some fire batters. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, if we can just get one more round, it's probably over. Here I definitely look at the fangs and I'm like, oh, 3 things of fangs? Like, that's some chaff that's gonna, like, you know, moderate themselves and kind of come in a little slower than the crawlers. So they're just gonna start eating shots. At some point I picked up more crawlers on the flanks here. And yeah, I don't mind diverting their forces. I think they really expose themselves here. And as you'll notice, I really wanted to upgrade units as much as possible this game, and that's kind of what I did. Pretty much every opportunity to upgrade something I did. Yeah, every single opportunity. I had 150 left over. I just decided to sticky bomb, and as you'll see with the fire badgers, I'm able to use that against them. I didn't really anticipate that's what was going to happen, but let's see, what does that happen? Get in there, get in there, get in there. There we go. Okay, hit the oil. Okay, there we go. And then their Void Eyes and their Mustangs are going down. Obviously I was going anyway, but there's match 1. Alright, match 2. Let's see, what am I looking at here? Do I pick up speed spec here? I probably pick up speed spec. Oh no, I went training. Okay, I look at that and I'm like, oh, training looks solid. I'm just a vibes based player mostly. Yeah, I try to build my intuition and see if the vibes are vibing. So yeah, kind of let's see, what did I do? I got rid of the middle thing. I've been playing a lot in the middle lately. It just feels like I've just been trying to sell out on every single round basically, and playing quite a bit forward. I would call this forward. and got this pretty cool formation going with the fangs and the sledgehammers, and the side is dealing with their crawlers pretty well. And yeah, this is nice. This is definitely nice. Let's see. It's gonna take a while to get that. Come on. Boom, boom. Okay, nice, nice. Looks like I think I still. Oh, do I win with like one sledgehammer here? Or no, no, no. There, I won. I won. Boom. So let's see. Marksmen are doing quite well there. Okay. Oh yeah, the tarantula. I like that. I like that. 27k. Nice on round 1. And decided to put these tarantulas pretty far on either side. And yeah, I guess my thinking here is I want this to counter, you know, the chaff as it's coming in. They got this in the back. And so those are placed pretty well, I would say. I kind of like the placement there. And I think I expanded my sledgies out some more. I got some more sledgehammers over here to sort of soak up some shots and sort of delay things for a while. Get those steel balls down. Got bing, bam, bang, boom. Okay, this is stuck on my fangs. Got my tarantula beat the arc light. And then boom. Okay, yeah, very clean, very nice. Things are definitely going well for me so far. So let's see, my training's back up. I pick up the Elite Mustang. I'm not thinking about picking it up, the unit right now, but I want the option to have it for later. And I think I do end up buying maybe like 1 or 2 of them. But okay, so we elite train this tarantula. Gotta love you gotta love a higher level tarantula. It's very nice. And then what else did we do? More tanks. I was like, so they've already got the 2 saber-tooths, which are not doing well, by the way. Their saber-tooths are not doing well for whatever reason. Quite frankly, I couldn't tell you why their saber-tooths are not doing so well, even though this one is like top damaging. But it's gonna get a level before too long here. Not this round, it doesn't look like. Oh, hold on. Oh, very close, very close. Just barely couldn't get that up. But yeah, I figure if they're in, well, I don't know, they're not like too committed to the sabers, so a lot of times when you're too committed to sabers, it's like, do I really want to pick up the scorpion? So see some spells there, and their board is pretty split, so mine's really kind of spread out, so the lightning storm's obviously not gonna. Okay, so whoa, I pick up 2 packs of Mustangs already, and then I finally saw the rapid fire. So I guess my thought process here is like, I just want a little bit more help chaff clear, and then I'm also hedging against range, like if they get wasps or something. So I don't know how. I don't think it was a great pickup. As you can see, I think they just sort of. I don't think. Well, they're kind of. I don't know. Level. What was it, level 3? They're kind of tanking quite a bit actually. But I think there was definitely better. There's probably something that's better that I could have picked there. And so they expand more to the more saber-tooths. This one's gonna be able to level, and I think I actually start dropping matches here. So yeah, I don't think the Mustangs were great. I don't think my chaff clear was bad enough, and I don't think they had enough chaff where it was like that was something that I needed to focus on. But I guess in my ignorance, my naivety, I felt that it was necessary for a hedge. maybe I didn't know what else to do instead. Like, I think probably more marksmen there would have been better. If I just like elite recruited some marksmen or decided to pick up range, that probably would have been better. So let's see, round 5. Oh, we both went with the advanced tactics, but yeah, I noticed that, like, you know, they got the barriers up and they've got some pretty high HP units. So I decided I kind of want the damage. And here I think I finally start picking out more marksmen. Yeah. And at some point I pick up spider mines, thinking that I think that's in maybe the next round. I think I end up getting 2 more tarantulas and getting spider mines. And I think it's another subpar round that starts to put me behind, but so they got more chaff here though. If I got range on the Mustangs, that would definitely be better, and my sledgehammers can start contributing more and doing more damage. I think I trained this sledgehammer to level 2. And I don't know if that's... I don't think that was a very effective choice. I probably would have just been more effective to upgrade a marksman, because leveling up the sledgehammers isn't going to save them from saber-tooths. And as you can see, this side of their board with the level 2 saber-tooths and the level 2 arc lights is kind of the bane of my game at this point. So we're just slowly trudging along here with the last vestiges of our army, and they got a pretty strong squad going on. I think I take Elite Hacker off the board, and they've got some pretty good units that I can hack if that comes up. But yeah, in this round I decided to pick up tarantulas and spider mines, and the idea was to kind of flood the board. That's one of the things that I really like about spider mines. The problem that you'll see here is that the tarantulas don't have enough range to sort of stick in the fight and keep throwing spider mines down to deal 4.5k damage. Pretty good. So yeah, I've got my fangs going in here. You can see the Mustangs are doing a pretty good, the level 3s are doing a pretty good job of eating up those level 1 crawlers. They kind of work in tandem with the tarantulas to chaff clear, and then I just don't have the DPS in the back to handle these big tanks, unfortunately. So they're gonna get a lot of damage on me. Well, relatively a lot of damage. I guess it wasn't that much. So let's see, what do I want here? Okay, I go for the steel balls, and I'm going to put them all the way in the back, because I want them coming in late. I want to give them the best chance to lock on to the saber-tooths and deal quite a bit of damage. So, okay, so here is where I kind of feel like, okay, I need more marksmen, and they kind of make this mistake of keeping this raid in here. This raid in is not going to do much. And then I range my marksman as well, and maybe there's an argument where I should have done this sooner, but I don't think target access was really the problem with my marksman, but there's definitely a value to it. I don't know if it reaches 300 to this point, but here now we've got the marksman, and they are gonna start they just start locking on to chaff at first, but some of them are hitting these sledgies. We are still clearing the chaff well enough, and then we get to lock on to their They're big boys. So okay, we take that shield down. Okay, so we've actually got steel balls locking on over here. These steel balls on this side die. This side is suddenly performing very well. And let's see. How about their marksmen? How are they doing? Did they go with targeting too? Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So their marksmen, yeah, have range. And yeah, that 10 extra range for 400, that is a interesting card. I don't feel like it's, you know, all that useful. I like, definitely not worth 400 most of the time, I would say. But in round 8, we're borrowing. We've got quite a bit of cash. It kind of feels like it's worth it. I end up picking up range on the tarantulas. I don't ever end up picking up a hacker. Oh wait, hold on. I think yeah, consider it, and then I'd nix it. Because I think you need range, right? If you're gonna pick up that hacker. But if I did, I think it would have been pretty useful. I just wanted to make better use of what I have already. So you can see I could get another tarantula. I get more marksmen. We got a level 5 marksman that's almost dealing 20k damage. That's beautiful. And so we're gonna be running in here with our spider mines, which are just gonna end up soaking up shots at first. And that's gonna be every 15 seconds. So here comes some more spider mines, and those are also just gonna get eaten up, but they are soaking up shots, right? They're distracting, and they're letting some of my other units to get in. We're dealing damage on our marksman, and yeah, that's gonna be match number 2. Alright, match number 3. I think I pick up giant spec here. And I have this habit of being like, oh, giant spec is so good. And quite frankly, it's really embarrassing to admit this, but I never unlock giants with the giant spec. Unfortunately, it's something that I just have. It's just a problem that I have. And that's going to be demonstrated here, but as you'll see, it isn't necessarily a problem, but picking up giants is something I need to improve at when I'm the giant spec. I think giant spec is great. I think it's really good. It gives you an extra layer of versatility with your unit composition that I'm not leaning into, that I wish that I did. And it's probably one of the only ways that I'm going to be able to make get worms to work, at least the way that I want them to. I love worms, but I just haven't had much success with them. So yeah, the opponent here does. So this is where I'm breaking in. I think my MMR here at this point is 999, and my opponent's like 1050, and I'm breaking that 1000 barrier, and I just thought this was a very weird setup, but as you'll see, I think on this first round this actually does work out for them. So it seems like maybe their thinking here is I'm going to actually make use of the fortifications, and as you can see, their fortifications do end up doing quite a bit of damage. And it also sort of has this effect of clumping my units together quite a bit here into a bit of a death ball, but yeah, look at that. Struggling to be a top damage dealer at only 4.7k. Oh, there we go, 7.3k. 9k. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's see here. They pick up advanced shield. Is that something I do? Yeah. Yeah. Pick that up as a hedge against spells for later. Something that I learned from odds, I believe. And it looks like I'm looking at crawlers here. I'm looking at their composition and I'm thinking crawlers are good. So I get crawlers and then I go more into sledgehammers. And I start, just because they're playing so passively, I decided to sort of expand on this side of the board, kind of push into them. I'm not too far back where it might feel like I'm getting ahead of myself by attacking their side. And this side is totally vulnerable over here. But as we'll see, it doesn't matter. I'm not sure if this tower ever ends up dying. But we've got a pretty good composition where that rapid fire turret is going down before it starts eating up my crawlers, and my crawlers get in there and take that tower down, which is very nice. And then they have to contend with the fire badgers, which is the new unit they've got here on round 2. And let's see, who wins in this setup here? They've got these storm callers in the back, which are doing quite nice, quite well. I've got my sledgehammers, which are doing quite well. Beating up on those void eyes. And let's see here. Is this where I win by 1 with 1 sledgehammer? Let's see. I think this is the round where I win with 1 sledgehammer. I was surprised by how well the sledgehammers were performing at this stage. Boom, boom. Okay, one of them dies, and then boom. Beautiful, right? Isn't that beautiful? That was gorgeous. Okay, so at this point I think I hold off on the elite hacker, and I think I go for the rhino assault. Okay, no, I actually do take elite hacker off of the board. Don't know exactly. I don't know. Is it worth it at this point? I don't know if that was worth it, but I do end up making use of hackers. They pick a good spell. This is a good spell. Am I gonna do anything interesting over here? Like, am I gonna exploit the side with crawlers or anything? I think I was definitely thinking about like when I'm going to do this, but for some reason, hold on, here's some crawlers. We put some sledgies over here. We decided we want 2 packs of sledgies and crawlers. Yeah, crawlers over here. And then what do we do here? Just, okay, so we expand our line and put these a little farther forward. And I guess we can speed up a little bit here. So crawlers all the way over here splitting these forces, and this is the most unfortunate thing you will see over here. These fire badgers just get stuck behind those void eyes, and then they get to the tower. And these crawlers are also going to get to the tower, so that both of the towers go down at the same time. And despite the fog, this looks like a very convincing victory. Some crawlers coming in. A lot of crawlers coming in. A lot of crawlers getting through. So, yeah, it's devastating. Just a huge swarm of dudes coming in. Boom. So round 3, did they take damage for the... I think it was the second time they took damage. Yeah, it was that one sledgehammer that hit them. So they go rhinos, I go rhinos. And I was already thinking at this point about going rhinos, because it feels like... I don't know, I think they complement sledgehammers quite well, and sledgehammers and crawlers and rhinos seems like a nice composition to me, and it just feels like they could just like break through, get to these towers. They could deal with the fire badgers, maybe less so with the void eyes. Okay, you can see they're investing more into fire badgers here. What did they do with those? No, they nixed that. They nixed it. They sell the Stormcaller in the back, right? Yeah, they do. And then they put it up front, and then I think they get a mobile beacon, and then they're going to do some shenanigans here. And they've got the Rhino with the Whirlwind attack, which is quite nice. It's just going to immediately deal with my crawlers. I put these sledgehammers over here because in the last round I didn't want to bank on the fire badgers getting stuck again. Oh, and they got phoenixes. Okay, that's interesting. So they're still getting distracted over here with my sledgehammers. And I did pick up combat involvement on these rhinos that I'm putting in the back. So we're gonna get to see what they're capable of. Dude is getting quite a bit of extra health and damage there. Tower goes down right as he engages in battle. That's great for us. Got some sledgies just hammering away at the shield. Tower goes down before the Rhino dies, and I think in the end I've got some fangs back here, so we're gonna move through, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fangs, and these 4 fangs are gonna be able to deal with these phoenixes. Go, 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 go. 63 damage per shot every where are you, bud? Every 1.5 seconds. It's gonna be able to deal with that 15 hundo HP on the phoenixes. Go, 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 go. Beautiful. Okay, so they picked the Acid Blast here. I get the Elite Fang option, which I think is a great option in this situation. And I'm going to be looking to expand my Fang presence over here. But first, we're going to go ahead and deal with this Rhino by putting a hacker down. And I think the second hacker was a mistake. Where'd you go? Did I nix that one? I remember putting a hacker over here. Instead of if I do end up putting a hacker down here, I think it would be better to have started buying some level 3 fangs. And oh, looks like they got their hacker. Actually, level 3 fangs over here, that's too slow, I think. But it does eventually... Okay, I think, was it here that I end up picking up Mechanical Rage on the sledgehammers? So that guy gets stolen. Those sledgehammers over there are gonna get dealt with pretty fast. Do these crawlers get in and take down this tower? So this was a new pack of crawlers. Okay, so that tower went down. Then boom, combo. That's actually really good. So the Mech Rage sledgehammers are getting in there a lot faster. They're moving faster. They're attacking faster. So the mech rage was great. I love having that option on the sledgehammers. And then I think in this round, actually, there's no fangs left over to deal with these. So we're just going to end up timing out here while these phoenixes blast away at my forces. Combat involvement, dude, just keeps getting more and more powerful, but it's fruitless. Alright, I still deal damage to them, they deal damage to me. The acid's gonna be around for another round. I think, what do I pick up here? Quick teleport? Or I think I just choose Wasp Swarm, actually. And they make the interesting decision of going Dominion Core. Very interesting. Dominion Core, interesting. Yeah, Wasp, and I think I place it like down here. Nope. I'll put it up here. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. It makes a lot of sense. And then I go range hacker. Put that there. That's not going to work out very well for me. It's only going to work out barely. And then I love upgrading, so I'll probably be doing a lot of upgrades. I can't even see how much money I've got down here. Wait, 400 credits. No, is that what it? No, that's how much that's worth. So, okay, we get an upgrade. I don't think I can upgrade everything. We put some fangs down over here. At some point I sold the wall. They sell this rhino. They're like, it's not doing us any good. Okay, they've got the Dominion Stormcallers they have put in the front and then mobile beaconed away. And I think did they protect it with a shield here? And then as you can see, this hacker barely gets that down in time to make like a difference. All of my fangs are gonna die over here. We've got a few fangs left over here. Tower goes down. Gonna go ahead and steal this melting point. Steal their hacker. Ooh, whoa, steal their hacker. Then we still got some wasps over here, and yeah, we're gonna finish out their Dominion Core Stormcallers very last. And this is where I think, is this where they throw it? This marksman look good here. Get those marksmen down. Put them up here. Give them, yeah, I like that placement quite a bit. Go range on the fangs. No more acid to worry about. Range on the fangs. That's kind of interesting. I think mech rage would have been better, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, almost certainly? Yeah, I think that almost certainly would have been better. They've got some scorpions in the back. It kind of feels like they're not sure what to do at this point. And then I think they just either forget about or just totally fail to mobile beacon this pack in the end. They do bubble it, and I end up putting down a missile here. Oh, they got their smoke up again. I've got more fangs. It feels like I could have done some of these things earlier. But yeah, again, I don't know. The fangs over here. It would make more sense if I had picked Mech Rage. But the range is gonna be okay. Yeah, so they just I think they just forgot. I don't think they gave up. I think they forgot to mobile beacon this, and that's gonna do it. And that is my 3-game win streak.